Happy Devil Sunday. Happy Devil Sunday. We get screwed again. We get screwed again. First by Toronto and the league, then by other things. And this is the Let's Go Devils podcast post-game, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Making it a quickie podcast. Scotty, do you have, I think you have a song.
Hey now, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Hang on. You got to at least buy me dinner, Sam Wu. All right? Come on. I'll take one of those tubs of stale popcorn from The Rock. Those are always nice. I miss those.
I mean, at least get the stupid goal light right, people. On top of everything else, all right?
Go ahead. I'm waiting for you to
all right.
I'm waiting for you to explode.
Yeah. Look, I will show you the original headline that we were supposed to come on at, right?
Oh, boy.
I watched that goal go in. No, there's no offsides. Not in my opinion, all right? And I come running from the TV. Yeah, yeah. I'm so mad I can't even speak. All right? So this was the original title of this fine post game. When you win, you win
right there. Woo.
Yeah, you run to the studio, you type up the copy, you get all fired up, and we're like, we ended the Islanders' winning streak. Our losing streak is done. All is fine in the world. And what happens? We get screwed. We get screwed.
Baby.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a homer, but was it really offsides? I couldn't even tell, to be honest.
I think you had an argument for it to be not conclusive, although it did really look like he was offsides. But I think you have an argument there for it being not conclusive because they did overturn it. It was called a goal on the ice. It was close, but it did look like he's offsides. Let's roll through the recap real quick. Let's go through our back check.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then we'll get into everything. So pretty good game though. Pretty good game from the Devils. They played well all night again against the Islanders. Damn, Kiefer Bellows, scored again from Aho. Not that Aho. Lou trying to pull a fast one on us. No, Sebastian Aho, the defenseman, and Eberle give Bellows his third. He scored all of his goals against the Devils. And then my boy Yanni Kuokkanen comes back with his fifth. Paul Mary picks up another assist. You see him going to the front of the net all night. Looks good in front of the net. I like it, Kyle. Keep it up. Damon Severson gets the assist on top of that. And then Brock Nelson gets his 12th. From Leddy and Bailey. Wow, Leddy's got 17 assists already. Then Sharon Govich picks up his fifth from Subban, his 10th assist. Kulikov, his second. I told you, PK's playing like a man who wants to get traded. He's got some fire. And I did notice an overtime goal over there. It's looking pretty good. Oh, offsides. Anyway, shots on goal, pretty good. 15-6. Ooh, that first period was rough. 15-10-9. 34 for the Islanders, no shots and OT. For the Devils, 6-12-10 and 3 shots in overtime for a total of 31. Devils with only 13 giveaways. Well, of course it's under 15 because Mackenzie Blackwood is not in goal. 7 blocks, 22 hits. They did score on the power play too. That's right. We ended our streak. I think we were 0 for 22 or 0 for 23. This would have been our 10th game in a row without a power play goal. But, oh, baby. Who was it that got it? Oh, that was Kuokkanen again, right? Didn't he have the power play? Yeah, he did. Kuokkanen had a nice power play goal. And then actually on Sharon Govich's goal, he was set up a real nice screen there in front. There it is. Oh, Zacha had a nice diving back check as well in the first period. Pavel Zacha played pretty well today, I thought. But that's the overview of the goal. Devils end up losing in the shootout. I was hoping for Jack, even though Jackie Boy didn't score. I thought it would have been cool to see him come out third there. Zaka came out. They didn't score. Jackie Boy, too many moves, ran out of real estate. Wedgwood, I thought he played really well again in this backup role. I think he is very solid. Had a good, strong game. Defense didn't have too many breakdowns. PK looked very good again. PK made some nice defensive plays as well, saving a goal in the first period, or saving a big scoring chance in the first period. Had that goal taken away from him in OT. Had a couple other shots get through. I've liked what I've seen from PK Subban. I think overall the team had a stronger game. I think maybe it is that they're coming out of the little shell shock of having to play so much so often, coming off the COVID protocol, and that super high of getting Nico back and then suddenly having him taken away from them. They're starting to look. Obviously they're not winning as many games, but at least they're starting to resemble the team we saw in the first 10 games of the season. Before everything went to hell. They were what? They were like 6-3-2 or 6-3-3 or something like that in the first 10 or so. And then once we got shut down, we're what, 2-11-2, something like that. I don't know. We're coming up on the halfway point of the season, but that means we have 28 games left. So that's a little, halfway point might be a little bit misleading by saying that, or the mid-season break. Break is kind of just like a quarter of the regular season. So we're almost wrapping up here. We're getting to the end pretty soon. It's funny, it just starts and is going to be ending, but in like a month or two, it's going to be that fast, So enjoy it while it's here. But I feel like the team, and I'll turn it over to you, Sam. Well, I know you're upset. They're upset with those officials and everyone on Facebook and YouTube Live and everywhere else. Where are we? Are we still? Is Periscope still up?
Well, let me tell you something, because I was actually trying to take care of it. I wasn't ignoring you. I've been. Periscope. For whatever reason, Periscope is not working right now. It's on Periscope.
Twitter. We on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to tweet out the YouTube Live link on Twitter.
YouTube Live.
Because I'm getting all these
everybody.
direct messages. Are you guys going to do post game today? And it's really not.
Yeah, we're doing post game. We do post game every game. Come on now. Yeah, I know. I mean, Sam moves the shift. I know I've missed one or two here and there. Sometimes when it conflicts with the old job. Don't forget, I'm on the West Coast, so these 7:00 games are actually starting at 4:00 for me, like right in the old middle of the workday. Sometimes it's very useful. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it conflicts. But yeah, we're always doing post game. This is the place to go. You want to talk Devils hockey, post game, and Devils hockey in general. This is the place to go right here. So everybody say what's up on the Facebook page. Richard, Benji will beat the Sabres. I don't know about that. Mike Rossi. Hello to everybody. What did you guys think today? I thought they played pretty well. Pavel Zacha's on the post game right now. He's taking some questions, and
I don't want any moral victories, Scotty.
I'm not saying it's a moral victory, but we did get a point, which is nice. We did at least get a point today. But like I said, I thought they resembled the team that we saw pre-COVID shutdown. And this guy Pavel Zacha, Dano said it yesterday. When he's engaged, he's engaged. But we only see him be engaged for like a period, the first period or the second period or something like that. We want to see Pavel Zacha be able to stay engaged 60 minutes. And I think he might be, someone who could be eventually, a difference maker, maybe on a second line. But, I think someone who could, really contribute.
Yeah, well, I also...
He's leading the team now, so...
I want to respond to Ron Bailey. Could the Devils beat Del Barton? I'm going to say something right now that's going to be very unpopular. Del Barton sucks. Anyway.
Oh, swerve. I thought you were going elsewhere with there.
Okay. No. Old rival of my alma mater. Can't even speak today. Did I say
flustered.
that right? Yeah, you know what? That's what happens when you're pissed off. It's like, oh, it's a Devils victory. It's a happy Devils Sunday. Subanator, let's go. And that was a sweet shot. That was a sweet shot. He took a little bit off, more accuracy, took a little bit off of it. How about
He went
the
far
penalty
side.
kills? How about the penalty killing unit? All right. Now
They look good.
They've
looked
good.
good recently.
They
they
established the NFZ, no fun
no
zone.
fun zone.
And
highly endorsed by Sam Wu.
Yeah.
By Sam Wu. What you gonna do when Sam Wu runs wild on you? All right.
Exactly. So I think, look, I'm going to take it a game-by-game basis with this team. I do not fault them for what happened tonight. I fault the replay people in Toronto because I want to see video I want to see something conclusive. I know the MSG feed had their angles. I'll give Toronto the benefit of the doubt, but till then, I want to see something in writing with pictures and all that.
In writing? Ooh,
yes.
Okay.
I want a statement from Toronto why that was offsides, because any angles anybody looked at, it's inconclusive. I want an explanation.
So you're basically looking for that photo that's obviously it's going to be in black and white and it's like stamped with like confidential or something like that on there, so like no one else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want that. Remember back in the day, the player safety it was Brendan Shanahan when he was working for the league. He would come out with short videos. I thought they were awesome because they were very transparent. Whether you agreed with them or not, or why they suspended a certain player, it was cool because you got an explanation. Right now, we're just trusting the people in this that social distancing inside of a war room in Toronto. You know what their judgment is, and I just want an explanation. It'd be awesome if the league had the guy in Toronto get in front of the camera, just like us, and be like, "Well, the blade of his skate was a quarter of an inch away from that blue line," and have a picture. And that's why. I'd be like, oh, okay. All right. You guys were right. Sorry about that. Right? And I also blame the light people at the Prudential Center. Okay? We had the momentum. And that light was still going on and on and on and on and on. And it's just like, what? You haven't seen the Devils score that much this season that you just had to leave it on? Right? I knew that was bad luck. I knew it was bad
Maybe that's
luck.
what happened. Maybe that's what happened. It's just like it hasn't been turned on very much, that when it did get turned on, it freaked out and it stayed on, It didn't know what was happening.
They didn't know how to turn it off. They didn't know how to turn it off because they never had to turn it on in the beginning. It's just like a new house. Yeah. There's a room in your house. You've never turned on the lights in, 5 months. And you finally turn it on. And anyway. But it's just
it's a tough loss because there was a big high there at the end. We really thought we had that goal. The team played well. I thought they played better than we've seen. Like I said, I think they resemble the team that we were originally seeing. Because don't forget, before the COVID shutdown, we didn't have Nico. We only saw that little glimpse there with Nico in the lineup. 3 games. And obviously, it was a world of difference. But I think they looked pretty good.
Yeah,
they just gotta aim to get back to 500. Man, that's all they gotta do. Is there's no let up. They've already played the Sabres. How many times have they played the Sabres? We'd already played them like 4 or 5 times, right? We played them a lot.
Yeah.
And they beat us a bunch. Like, it doesn't get any easier.
Scotty, I'm gonna say something on record. And we right now we're approaching the 16-minute mark of this fine post game. Waiting for we got 10 seconds left because when I cut this clip, I know where to find it. 16-minute mark. All right, so we got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Sam Wu.
Mark,
did I ever tell you about the time?
Okay, shut up. I hate you. Now, this is the statement that we're going to go back to in a few months from now. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe us losing that point in a pointless season puts us in a different lottery situation where we get the first overall pick in the 2021 NHL draft, where we say, hey, that light guy at Prudential Center and the War Room in Toronto, you may have screwed us, but karma will do our dirty work and give us the first overall pick in 2021. So that's how I'm thinking of it, because otherwise I'm just going to smash this iPad in front of me and go crazy because I wanted a victory. I like winning. I like defense. I like penalty killing. They did all of it except for win.
They did all of it today. Yeah.
Now,
it's a little tough luck there at the end. But we played well. I feel bad. Wedgwood is on the podium right now. I feel bad for old Wedgwood. He played really, really well again today. Very quick. And every time you keep saying War Room, I keep picturing Dr. Strangelove. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. That's all I kept thinking is, hello, Dimitri, when he's talking on the phone to himself. Oh, my God. If no one's ever seen Dr. Strangelove, please go watch that movie.
I saw it anyway. All right. So where do we go from here? This
we go to Buffalo,
so far.
right? No, we got Buffalo coming in, and then we got 3 with Pittsburgh, who we haven't seen yet this year. That's going to be a big test, and especially for Pittsburgh, too, because, Pittsburgh has played a lot of games against Boston and the Capitals and the Flyers already. They are chomping at the bit, waiting to play, us, the Rangers, and the Sabres. So it could be a chance, though. It could be a chance. Maybe Pittsburgh is a little beat up, a little bit worn out, but right now I think Devils just need to keep playing this way, and man, Fitzy's got to hopefully come up with some trades for some of these veterans. I know we talked about it. Kyle Palmieri, I think, would be a perfect fit up there in Boston. Travis Zajac, would be a perfect fit over there on the island. Love Travis, but he's getting up there. Contract year. Hey, man, I don't think the Devils are going to make it this year. I don't know what to tell you, You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. This is a fold them, and maybe he wants to go over to, Long Island or something like that. Like I said, we could all dream. Maybe we get our second round pick back.
If the Devils could get into the top 6 in the draft this year, I think this season was a success. They need to get in the top 6 in the draft at this point, right? So, because we do see some really good things, they're just not there yet. And I've now come to grips with reality that it's still going to take a little bit more time. I'm waving the white flag. I hate to say it, but as long as they establish the NFZ and the penalty kill, and they do some of the little things right and build upon it, we can, Alexander Holtz, Dawson
Mercer.
Yep.
Shakir Mohammadulin. Are we saying it right? Or are we screw it up all the time?
They're 1 year.
Nolan
let's
Foote,
call him
Kevin Ball, Riley Walsh.
Mookie. I'm calling Mookie.
Yeah.
So Mookie from Russia is coming in.
Nikita Ahoyuk. I think that's how you say it. Ahoyuk.
Something like that. We'll have to ask Kevin Clark, right? So
I actually asked him, and he was like, "Oh, that's an easy one." And he did it like 1, 2, 3, and it was like, "Oh," but now I can't remember exactly how he said it because it's an intimidating name when you look at it. You see that K thrown in there, and you're like, "Oh boy, how do I venture around that K?" I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
Silent.
Right now, I'm gonna be very cruel and say this. I want a lot of these veterans off this team right now. And
me too.
I want some great draft picks. I would like to
have I not made that clear enough? Have I not made that clear enough with my new version of we got to know how to hold them and know when to fold them?
However, I will say this. I kind of want to keep PK right now. I want to keep PK because
I'm fine with keeping him. unless someone really wants, like I said, if someone wants to swing a deal for him, because he's been hot, he's been putting up points, and he actually made a couple good defensive plays today. If we want to just eat half of that contract for next year and someone wants to take him off our hands, that's a different story. But
Cheryl
right
Miller.
now,
Cheryl Miller.
What's Cheryl Miller saying?
Ask Mookie Wilson, is he still alive? Of course he's still alive. If
yes,
we
of
could
course
borrow
Mookie's
that, if we could borrow that name, I meant Mookie Blaylock. You know Mookie Blaylock when he played on the Nets?
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
That was Pearl Jam's first name too.
Yeah.
Before they changed their name to Pearl Jam. Their name was Mookie Blaylock.
Yep.
Benji, I'm sorry, Benji. We're not gonna make the playoffs. I'm sorry. I don't want to burst your bubble on this season.
Omar. He said Sam. My comments are delayed, so sorry about that, Omar.
If we don't keep Palms, we will cross the same pattern next year. I don't think so. I think the problem is if we don't keep Palms, what we can't do, and if we don't keep Travis Zajac, we can't re-sign them again next year. We got to move forward. Like the Sammy Vatanen re-signing, we were all for that. I don't know if it was such a great idea. I mean, is it really paying dividends for us, long term?
No. It got us to the cap floor.
Well, yes, other than that. But I mean, he's another one who might end up getting shipped out again somewhere. Anyone who might need a deep defenseman, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it. I've said it. Palms. If anyone wants to take Gusev, Travis, like I said, I think Mr. Lamorello might be real interested in a Travis Zajac. Solidify that. And Boston, oh my God, Palmieri on that third line up there. They get those top two lines Boston's got, and then you put Palms maybe on the third. Not so much pressure. Doesn't have to go against the other team's top lines. I love Palmieri, but I was looking at his stats today. He never crossed 60 points in a season.
I have a uncomfortable question to ask you.
Okay. Oh boy.
Has Yegor, has he kept a spot in the team? You still think he should be down at next
because
door?
here's the thing as well. Same thing with Gusev, Bratt, Jack Hughes. They're all the same type of player. We have three of the same type of player. Pick one and go with it. They're all on the same line. Kuokkanen, Sharon Govich, Travis Zajac. They're all the same type of player right there. They all play the same position and they all produce at the same rate, except Kuokkanen has played the least amount of games and has the most amount of points. So, my math says keep that guy in there. I don't know. Sharon Govich, he scored a goal, though, today. It looks like they're all playing well together. But again, if that's your second line, that's not a very formidable second. You're not going to win a lot of games with that second line. With a high score of 5 goals, on that second line. That's not it's not a recipe for a success, But we know that. We know this season. How many times have we said this now in the past couple of weeks? We're going to look back on this year, 2 years from now, and we're going to realize it was a miracle that we even won one game with everything that's gone on this year with this team. We are going to look back in a couple of years from now and just be like, wow, that must have been impossible to go through.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just thankful we have some hockey to watch every other day. I think that's kind of cool as an armchair GM in me, a game every other day or back to back often, because for 9.5 months, this podcast was talking a lot with no games going on. It's kind of cool to see games, and we're running. And then what really sucked during that 16-day layoff? It's crap.
Going back to it. It's we just got back. We just got out of this. We gotta go right back. No.
Yeah. What do we do? What do we talk about? 10 most disappointing moments in Devils history. What do we talk about? But it's good that we're doing this, and soon enough, we'll be at Taj Lounge 973 very soon. I'll be out on the road. What?
Ron Bailey over here. The 9-year rebuild continues.
Hey, Hey, you
I
know
mean,
what?
it's the truth. It is. I mean, but I think we're almost. It's like I'm telling you, it's like waiting for George R. Martin to finish the Game of Thrones books. That's what it's
Yeah.
like waiting for the Devils to get good. It's like it's coming.
Could I?
It's gonna happen.
Can
We
I?
swear.
Can I say something that could probably get me in trouble? I want to. I want
No,
to.
no,
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 no, no, no, no,
no. Save it
no,
for off
because
the air.
no. It's actually not that bad. Everybody's comparing. Everybody's saving grace is look at what happened to the 76ers. They're doing very well right now. Same ownership group.
Who cares about 76ers?
Let me tell you something. Those are two different things. And
That's
you know
basketball.
how
That's
do you know how
different.
the 76ers got better? This is what happened. They had some analytics GM guy that no one's ever heard of, right? And there was this whole fear of tanking because the 76ers are so bad. It took Adam Silver to walk in and say, guys, let us help you out. And he got the Colangelos to run the team and straighten everything out. And then eventually you had that Twitter burner account and all that kind of stuff. It's a totally different situation, right? Hockey, there's 20 players. Basketball, you could survive with like 3 studs and the rest, are just role players. Hockey is completely different. You have to have the goaltenders on their A game, the defensemen, the forwards. The forwards have different roles. It's really a team sport. Not saying that basketball is anything bad or anything, but I'm just saying it's a totally different mindset. And a lot of the Devils management all came from the NBA side. And I think that's part of the problem. But Tom Fitzgerald is a smart guy. So it's going to take some time. I trust
Fitzy.
Yeah, I trust
Fitzy.
him.
I think, and we've talked about it before too. The Taylor Hall thing threw us off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the only knock on Ray Shearer was I think he held on too long with John Hines.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Some people may disagree with me on that. So what's done is done. We move on to bigger and better things. I'm looking forward to the 2021 NHL draft and seeing more improvement. But hey, if they can end the season number 1 on the PK, establishing that no fun zone, I'll take it. From here on out, this is what I'm saying. Whatever happened, you're at a clean slate with me. I'm not looking at wins and losses right now. I'm looking at certain things that builds towards a championship. That's what I want. Championship. A Stanley Cup.
Omar, I think you need to replace Brett on that line with a one Alexander Holtz, and then I think you got something there maybe. But again, I don't know if Zaka is your first line, but I think I like the idea of Hischier and Holtz playing together at some point. I think maybe Hughes. Zaka. We'll have to see.
I know how to help Gusev's game.
Trade him.
See that?
Send him back to the KHL.
Hey, you know what? He plays a lot better when he's in slow motion. You see that shootout goal that he got?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, Goose has got a lot of talent. It's just he's not here in the NHL. There's no shifts off. Like when you have a bad game, it shows because you're playing against the most elite in the world. In the KHL, if you're having a bad game, if you have the talent that he does, he might be able to just rocket one in, and a bad game looks like a good game. Here in the NHL, like you can see it. He's just not, when he's on, he could be a difference maker. And we saw it at the end of last year. But this year has just been a total cluster for him. It's just, you can tell he's just not with it. He's learning a new system. He's adjusting still to North American style. It is what it is with him. The talent is there, but he's not. I don't know if he's ever going to really put it together on that consistent level. You see the flashes, but that's about it.
Well, hate to end this soon, but we will be back in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes for the 9 p.m. Eastern world famous Let's Go Devils podcast. Beer Baron's going to be joining us. Shorts Guy's going to be joining us. and we're
I'm
gonna
not
have
going to
a
say
lot of
anything
fun.
anymore. I'm just going to listen to them for an hour. I feel
Yeah.
like we're talked out. We're going to listen to them. We're going to make them talk for a while, right?
Yeah.
Ramona says I'm talking crazy, talking like a fool. She says so. I don't want to burn anyone here. All right, maybe I'll let Beer Baron and Shorts Guy take over.
Yeah. I'll be sitting in the background, eating some chili, listening to them cry.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So we'll get a whole sound effects right there from Samu. Make sure your mic is on mute there while you're eating that chili there. Okay.
Hey, it doesn't smell so bad.
Mm-hmm. Be like the bean scene from Blazing Saddles. We're all sitting around the campfire.
Yeah.
Hey, Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens also in Doctor Strangelove. Look at that.
Hey, if we're on a 20-game losing streak, we'll have a post game that's just farting noises. Oh, that's it.
Kind of like the South Park when Stan like turned 9 and then he like got cynical about everything and then everything just sounded like.
Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Come over to the other side at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, we're going to take intermission now. We're going to have a little intermission. Yeah, you go walk around the arena. Go maybe check out the jerseys floating around, in the little cart thing. Little laundry mat thing. I don't know what the hell you call it. Revolving hanger service. Something like that. See the Jersey Devil, you get yourself a beer, maybe some popcorn, and then you come back and, intermission's over.
Or go to the family bathroom. Go to the family bathroom at Prudential.
Go to the family bathroom?
Hey, the family bathroom is great. You go in there, you got your own toilet, you wash your hands, you got some privacy, and then, anyway.
I like to sneak into the lounges and use those because those are nice and they're private.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
You can do that at Citi Field too with the Mets games. You go back up into that restaurant area. You can just that's the best.
Yep,
it's the best, Jerry, the best.
Well, see ya at 9 p.m. Eastern. Till next time.
Intermission.
Let's go Devils.